guys, this is Imran from Imran Does Things here. Today we are here at Prezzie at Hanmundi 27. So what we've ordered here today is a cinnamon bun worth around 180 taka. And we have this, what's it called? Mexican...
Mullet. I think it's mullet.
Mexican mullet. What is this, some kind of hairstyle? I hope. So this costs around how much? Let me check. The Mexican mullet costs around 360 and with VAT it's around 380ish or something. So I think we should try out the savory part first, so let's focus more on this. I really like the presentation, it looks super nice as you can see from here. So as you can see here, there's some sausage with some spicy tomato basil sauce over here. Let's see over here. Alright, so we're gonna have this later. So there's also some scrambled eggs, and there's some toasted French baguette, which I think it's pretty nice touch. Like, baguettes are not as common in BD, but it's a good thing that Prezzie offered. You can see it has a really dry texture. Really dry texture, but it just soaks up the tomato sauce. So without further ado, let's try it. So this is the baguette. I did say it was really dry and hard, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not soft. It is pretty soft and it basically crumbles under a little liquid from like the sauce. So let me try it once again. It's pretty good. This time I'm trying it with the eggs. It breaks down the crumbs pretty easily, so it's really soft, like traditional French baguettes. It just melts in your mouth and breaks down like dust. So I'd say it's pretty good. So we're gonna rate this one at the end. Let's try out the eggs over here. You can see the eggs here. Right. So the eggs taste pretty good. I'd say they taste like your average egg, but I think they use a little less oil, or they use some pretty good oil just because it doesn't like give me a heart attack or a heartburn. So I think it's pretty good. I also really like the sauce when I paired it with the bread, and now let's pair it with, see, these are the sausages. These are probably standard sausages, so don't expect much. Even though these are your standard usual sausages, these taste pretty well. I'd say they're well done. Alright guys, so now that we're done, I think we'll come with a conclusion and a verdict. But before that, I'd like to explain like the food. So, our course of the meal for today, the Mexican mullets. So, as you saw, there's like a toasted French baguette, scrambled eggs, chicken sausage, tomato basil sauce, butter, and chili flakes. So, let's just first start off with the amount. Like the amount, I know the price. Let's start with the price first. So the price was 360 with VAT, only 5% VAT, it's around 380. So it is relatively overpriced compared to your regular breakfast, but compared to the amount it gives in an expensive coffee shop in Dhaka, in a place like Prezzie, I'd say the amount is worth it relative to their price. They don't rob you unlike some other coffee shops. So let's get on to the taste test. So overall, the French baguette, so it's like pretty soft yet dry. It crumbles like a fruit whenever you eat it, and it absorbs the sauce really well. The bread is super good. The scrambled eggs are pretty standard. The chicken sausage, it's your standard issue sausage, but it's pretty good. Like they did it pretty well, and it goes really well with the sauce. Now, the best part of the dish is the sauce. The sauce has a tangy flavor to it, and because of the basil leaves and everything, so it's really good, and it's what makes the meal. Honestly, like given the Italian herbs like oregano and basil, I think it's more of a Italian mullets than the Mexican mullets. Would you agree, guys? Alright. So, overall, the taste, I'm gonna rate it an 8 out of 10. Fair enough? Yeah. Alright. So, next up, we're gonna talk about the amount, which is easily a 9 out of 10, as I said before. Followed by that, we have the pricing, which is 380. I give this one a 6 out of 10. It's a little overpriced, but it's still pretty good. Pretty solid, I'd say. If you have the money, I'd say it's worth it. Next up, we're going to talk about the environment. So I really love the environment here. There's absolutely no one here in breakfast, so it's really quiet. So if you want like a chill one-to-one discussion over some Mexican mullets or an English breakfast, I'd recommend Prezzie over here. The speed of service and the service itself, The waiters are really well behaved and polite, and their speed of service, it took only 15 minutes to prepare the Mexican mullets. So you're gonna need a little bit of time for them to prepare like a pretty heavy dish. In the end, I'm gonna rate the whole dish around a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, I think that seems pretty fair. 7.5 out of 10. Alright, so the dessert for the day, the cinnamon bun. Okay. So let's start off with the amount. It was a pretty decent bun, it's around the size of a hat. So I'd say it's a pretty fulfilling dessert, going by amount. I'd give it an 8 out of 10 solid. Next, the taste. The cinnamon taste had a minty flavor to it, the bread was really chewy, and the whipped butter gives it a really thick and buttery flavor that really adds to it. And it really needs the fat for the dry bread. So in terms of taste, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I really like it. I really like the crispy cinnamon bun. Let's talk about the pricing. 180 taka, and with the 5% VAT, it's gonna cost around 190. So it's like twice your average brownie, but I really love the flavor of the cinnamon bun. And it's also pretty big compared to your brownie, whereas your brownie would be your palm size. Your cinnamon bun is like full hand size, so it's pretty big. So yeah, for the pricing, I'd say it's a 7 out of 10. It's still overpriced because it's a pretty expensive dessert, but if you're in for a treat, I'd recommend it. And I already rated the service and the environment and everything, so we're gonna stick with that. It's a solid 8 out of 10. So overall, I'd rate the cinnamon bun an overall 8.5 out of 10. It's really good. So guys, if you want a chill environment and a calm breakfast for Friday morning to talk over with a cup of coffee, I think Prezzie is by far the best option. They have a huge seating arrangement and they have some really good breakfast items. And I'd say they're at least better than Crimson in this regard for seating arrangements and conversations and breakfast. Crimson's already probably full by now. I mean, Google Maps already says it's full by now. And the other option you have in Dhaka, which is really good, is North End. Yeah, we're gonna review North End because it's like literally near my house. So it's not gonna be that hard to review it. So guys, stay tuned for the North End review. This is Imran Does Things, signing out.